All right, so tying a new fly, and the good thing for you is this fly is freaking incredibly easy to tie. It's incredibly beautiful at the same time. Cancel culture. Clearly, this shank has been canceled. The good thing about it is it has a nice sagging sonic disc on it, and it's ready to go. All you have to do, grab a aquafly, aqua talon shank, throw it on there, boom, done. It's clearly been canceled. Introducing the real cancel culture. Watch us tie this super sexy fly. And if you have any questions, give us a holler. If you'd like to inquire about material on this, let us know. Here we go. Starting off the day. 50D classic tube in blue. Let's go ahead and tie our thread on here. I'm going to go pretty close to the back of the tube. If you don't have tungsten scissors yet, shame on you. Next up is Opal Mirage tinsel. I don't know if you can see that, but this stuff is awesome. We're going to use this as a tag. Tie it down the tube a little ways. We're just using it as a tag, and I'm going to put some ultra wire, brassy and silver on. And I'm going to tie this down the tube a little ways as well, just so that the whole body is tapered the same, essentially. Okay. We haven't had a tying video. We haven't done one in a while, so excuse me if we're a hair rusty. By we, I mean me at the vise. I've been fishing, not tying. So here we go. Most important wrap is the first wrap. Wrap it relatively tight. Over the top with my thread. Trim that real quick. Next step is how it all happened. Fluorofiber. Stuff is awesome. It's actually used relatively often in Atlantic salmon style flies. I'm gonna spread it out with your thumb a little bit, and then just there we go. And again, I'm gonna bring this all the way down the tube, probably till about right there, and just that way I have some consistency with my body. So that you kind of have a choice at this point. So I've got my wire all the way back here, and I think I am going to go over the top here a few times. And what you can do is you can keep it there. And then I'm going to put some really cool Lagerton French flat braid blue hollow on. This stuff is awesome for intruder bodies specifically. Again, I'm going to put it down the majority of the tube. We're just staying consistent. One thing I've noticed when you're wrapping this flat braid is that you want to be wrapping it on a pretty level surface. Otherwise it gets these little bumps in it. So that little bump that's right there, I'm going to cover that up. Actually going to wrap it this way. And then really stretch it. All right, pull down, pull down. Just keep doing that. It flattens it out really nicely. If you just pull down, notice I'm actually pulling up on my needle. My vise is actually just a little bit weak right now. I need to send it in, but it flattens it out nice if you just kind of continue that path. It's not bulky, and because you can bulk this body up pretty bad if you're not careful. Okay. Now this was a discussion here whether to put a body feather on this. The last fly I tied, it was looking good, looking really good, and then I didn't tie the body feather down well enough, and so here I am retying it. But honestly, it looks really good without a body feather, so you do not need to put a body feather on this if you don't want to. If you're gonna tie it. This is a pretty important tie-in point. Tie that stem down the best you can. 50D allows you to really reef on that. Tie 2 around there, 2, then just 1, 2, 3, 4, end on 5. Capture that bad boy. Yep, and then just get every last one of them captured, every last wrap, feather, and capture it. I left myself a little bit short on wire, but we're gonna be good. Okay. Helicopter that off. There we go. Cut this back here. And we can play around with this this tail here. I'll probably cut it just a hair All right, the next step is probably my favorite spay-oriented feather. Golden pheasant. Right here. In pink. Kind of got the Gaga colors a little bit. The OG Gaga. Which are good. Good colors. You could tie this in obviously a pile of different colors. Don't get set in your ways with steelhead. I've caught them on darn near all white flies to olive and, you know, red flies. I mean, I don't know how much it really matters, but I think in different watercolor it matters. This, you know, if I were picking a watercolor to fish this fly, it would just be steelhead green. That classic, beautiful steelhead green color that we have on our northwest coast. When the water is kind of coming back down into shape, that's pretty ideal water to fish if you get a chance. We have not had a lot of that this year, in all honesty. It's been tough. Okay. One thing to do with this, you can separate those fibers just with a little dubbing brush. It works pretty darn good. All kinds of feathers. Okay, I'm gonna see if that's where I want to put that. Oh yeah. So this is a tungsten raw weight. They're awesome. They work very well. And basically I'm just gonna tie right over the top of it with my thread. I mean, you could whip finish there or throw a half hitch in or whatever, but I am not worried about it. This thread will hold up very, very well. I might even go back like just quickly over the top of it just to secure it one more time. There we go. In case one of those does come unbuttoned, and now that it's got 2 or 3 of them to work with. All right, fox. We're doing 2 little wings of fox. The first one, blue. And the first one's going to be a little shorter. There we go. That looks pretty awesome. The second one is going to be black and a little longer. So the thing about fox is, or any fur for that matter, whatever you decide to use, you could use fin raccoon here too. Less is more. So just literally pulling out some of this black, because there we go. The black I want a little bit longer than the blue. There we go. yeah, looks good. I'm happy. All right, next step, ice wing fibers. When you get your ice wing fiber, if you don't have any already, handle it in a responsible manner, because the way I've got mine is, it's a mess. It's a freaking disaster. So I'll make it work. Of course, I'll cut that. But it's kind of one of those things that gets a lot of crap in it. It just collects whatever feathers and whatever's around it. It's kind of brutal. And it's got all kinds of crap in it. So I'm just gonna kind of clean it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna give it a little haircut. There we go. I'm relatively happy with that. I gotta get some new ice wing. I'm gonna throw that crap away. Next step, Rhea. And you can use ostrich on this. Really, honestly, I think ostrich would work better, but I'm gonna use Rhea because it's sitting here in front of me. Alright, a decent amount of Rhea. I'm using kind of a black blue color, and it's pretty decent color. It's not super high-end Rhea, but it's alright. If you're looking for Rhea, we have a few of the old Fish Hunter Rhea feathers left, and they are incredible. Really, probably the best dye jobs I've ever seen. Yes, I've seen a lot of dye jobs, so they're really good. Quality feathers, but incredible dye jobs. So we've got a few left. I think we have some blue, and I don't think we have any black left, but if you're looking for them, we got them. There's some random feathers in there too. So I'm just spreading these out with my trusty tungsten scissors. There we go. I'm gonna pinch and spin my dubbing spinner. Make sure I've got everything out of my way. Let that bad boy spin. And if you need to stop it, like the golden pheasant kind of got me a little bit there, you just pinch real hard and get your stuff out of the way. Here we go. You can kind of just straighten them out. Yeah, all right. And, all right. just trimming back some of the shorter, the little stubs, and I'm going to turn it on here. All right, starting to come together a little bit. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to take some of this rhea off the very top. So I want that ice wing fiber and everything else moving independently, and the fox and all that, but moving independently. So I'll just pull that on out. There we go. Leave the stuff on the bottom and off to the sides, and I can use that rhea later. Probably hurt some of you guys to see me rip rhea out of a fly like that. It kind of hurt myself. Kind of hurt me too. All right. We are just about done. Silver pheasant, to finish her off here. Go. Boy, I love these tungsten scissors. They are awesome. All right, just right up against it. You could peel a side of this if you liked. If you wanted a little bit thinner look. Totally fine. I'm gonna use the whole feather. I like the contrast that this feather provides a lot. Just the barring, everything. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Again, to kind of separate it, poke it out. Pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. And now I'm gonna just whip finish. Always twice. Any fly that any intruder style or whatever you call this pattern, I don't glue it. I'm gonna trust my whip finishes. And I'll cut it. I will cut it pretty close. Burn that bad boy. Something I like to do when I burn it is I just kind of rotate it. and then I throw it back on backwards, and the larger side of the back side of the needle, we'll spread that out a little bit. And always put it to the test. There you are. It's a cool fly. If you cut your tail back a little bit, I'm gonna keep mine a little bit long like that. I think it's yeah, that'll dance nicely. Cancel culture. There you are. Cool fly. That'll drop right in the zone. That tungsten raw weight is absolutely key with this fly. It doesn't make it overly heavy, so you'll love it. Tie it up. Give us a call or shoot us a message if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.